this is all Paul Butler's race to win. Carl Handwerk pushing Paul Butler to the win. Oh, they're side by side coming to the win.
Oh no! Oh no!
Anthony Kieswetter is your winner.
Legs are tied, his hands are broken. Alone I try, with words unspoken. Silent cry, a breath is frozen. With blinded eyes, I fear myself. It's burning down, it's burning high. When ashes fall, the legends rise. We burn it out, a mile wide. When ashes fall, the legends rise. Throat is dry, my vision's fading. I'm paralyzed and left here waiting, taking time. Just one step forward, won't lose my mind. I'm here to stay. It's burning down, it's burning high. When ashes fall, the legends rise. We burn it out, a mile wide. When ashes fall, the legends rise. Whoa. Do something about it or just stand there and bleed. It's burning down, it's burning high. When ashes fall, the legends rise. We burn it out, a mile wide. When ashes fall, the legends rise. Legends rise.
I am Roland Johns. I am sim racing.
I'm Wes Fuller, driver number 35, Stand Up to Cancer Forward. I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Cameron Peterson. I am sim racing.
What's going on? It's Rob Biotti from 4i Racing, driver number 44 Toyota Camry, and I am sim racing.
Hello, I am Christopher Hamilton, and I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Eric Andrews. I am sim racing.
We are sim racing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's race. We are at Darlington tonight with the Arca Menards and Paulas. Those things are a blast, and tonight is the kids' special. We're going to be doing a quick announcement about tonight's race, and then we'll be getting into it. But this race is going to be going on for 80 laps. We should have a comp caution coming out after lap 40. But if a caution comes out before that, we will not have a comp caution. But we are starting a little early, so to kick this race off right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and have the kids say those famous words tonight. We'll have them do it one more time because I messed that up. That was my bad. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go once again from the kids.
Driver, Darlington engines.
Josh, if you can hear me, go ahead and tell those guys to go ahead and kick it. All right. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit unorganized. Like I said, we started a little early, so we had to whip this together real fast. But once again, we're going to go 3 wide tonight with tonight's race. That is a salute to everyone out there. Once again, thank you to all of our fans, everyone that helps support all the drivers, to all of our emergency services and military. Thank you guys for putting in the extra time and the overtime, for keeping us safe and helping us out when we are in a time of need. And tonight is going to be a donation race. So the winner's going to get $20 going to St. Jude Children's Hospital, and it's going to be also matched by GIGA Graphics. So once again, thank you, Josh Billiter, for matching that donation. And with that being said, if you guys want to donate, the donation link for the Facebook account is on the broadcast. So if you want to go ahead and donate to it, you're more than welcome. Go ahead and click on the link below in YouTube, and that'll send you directly to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital donation link. Oh, sorry about that, folks. My bad. Like I said, little scrambled for stuff right now. All right, Josh, you're unmuted. Once again, thank you for your help, man, and good luck out there.
All right, thank you, Moose.
Sorry, it's a little uncoordinated. My bad.
Oh, you're good, dude.
All right, go get him.
I'll do my best, bud.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's race is going to be a full one. We have 21 cars out in the field, and a lot of kid-painted cars, too. We'll go ahead and go through them as the race stretches out a little bit, but looks like Nick Nickerson, Gregory Thompson, and... Oops, sorry, take that back. Nick Nickerson, Alan Dobbs, Carl Handwerk, and Gregory Thompson are our top 4. Kevin Foster, Wes Fuller, Eric Andrews, and Tim Thompson in our, looks like 5 through 8. And we have the checkered, or the green flag. Oh, that's not the checkered. We have the green flag up in front. Nick Nickerson making a good run with Alan Dobbs on the outside. Looks like Carl Handwerk and Gregory Thompson going into tow, but look at that. Side by side, still going. Nick Nickerson and Alan Dobbs not giving up position on each other. A little bit of give and take by both those drivers. What a full field tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Straight off into the action. Would like to thank our series sponsors. That's going to be Your Buying Machine, Southern Heart Creations, TechNet Professionals, GIGA Graphics, and Mission Car Care. Bringing you tonight an amazing race out on the track. 21 beautiful cars going toe-to-toe for tonight's race. And also for our broadcast sponsors, that's going to be Critical Hit Bass Lures and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. Looks like we have a battle in the back. Let's jump over to that. Oh, no. Terry Conda's the one-handed wonder. Is driving with his hood up in the air. he can't see where he's going. Oh, no. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the caution flag is out. I'm so sorry for breaking down there. So, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to a quick caution report, and then I'll talk about what happened on the track. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for a Critical Hit Bass Lures caution report, we're going to roll it back a little bit to where this began. So, we have Terry Condas up in the front. Looks like he gets into the number 5. His hood lifts up. Rides it out. There's not much he can do. Try and make it to the pits, maybe. And looks like he takes it up to the wall out there. Joshua Billiter and that beautifully painted paint scheme right there. Right behind him. Just like, oh, yeah, let's keep our pace. Oh, slaps him. Looks like he actually broke a tie rod there. Yep. Scooped up a couple of the drivers there on the field, too. The 01 or the 10. That might be Matt Crockett, I believe. Yep. Scooped up the 10. Ouch. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a Critical Hit Bass Lures caution report. Once again, sorry for laughing about that. It's not a laughing matter, but I just I forgot about these damage models. All right, so we are back live under caution right now. Lights are still going. Let's go ahead and run through the cars, and then I'll talk about the damage models afterwards and get you guys kind of run you guys down through everything out on the track. So looks like we have Nick Nickerson running in that Rocky and Bullwinkle paint scheme. Beautiful, love it. Good throwback. We have our professional Mario Kart racer. That's gonna be Alan Dobbs out there running in the number 22. Carl Handwerk in a hand-painted paint scheme from his son there. And the number 78 looks like he's sporting a Core Racing Cars paint scheme. Gregory Thompson in the SpongeBob SquarePants 08. Then we have Southern Heart Creations on the side of West Fuller Stamp to Cancer's number 35 and his dog on the side, if you guys can check that out. Eric Andrews running in the Mickey Mouse, or it looks like Disney, just Mickey Mouse and Friends, number 9. CJ Winslow in the Blaze, number 61. Then we have the 05 of Scooby-Doo. No, I'm just kidding. That's going to be Tim Thompson running in the Scooby-Doo 05. And Paul Butler running in the number 68, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Love it. Then we have Willie running in the number 19, hand-painted NOS energy drink. Dan Heisey running in the G.I. Joe number 87. There we go. I love G.I. Joe. Grew up watching that stuff. And it looks like Brandon Mentler also running SpongeBob. Anthony Keysweater running in that Kool-Aid Jammers number 34. David Lohr in the Simpsons number 17. Jimmy Covert in the Voltron throwback in the number 14. Beautiful. Love it. Alan Castle in the 93. Looks like just standard checkered flag paint scheme. Kevin Foster in another SpongeBob SquarePants. Joshua Builder in the hand-painted paint scheme. Terry Condas with his extremely bent hood. Ford quality, Ford care, Ford credit. And then Matt Crockett running in the Bingo number 10. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the green flag is out. Let's get over to the race. Nick Nickerson up in the front. Alan Dobbs right behind him. Looks like Carl Handwerk still trying to catch up to these guys. So something to note about this these cars out here on the track. So like I said, damage models. As we saw Terry Condas, the number 32, his hood was on his windshield. These got an update about a couple months ago where they had full damage models applied to the cars, which means they have a chance of losing tires, they have a chance of hoods falling off, bumpers flying off. Pretty much what drivers are not used to out in the track right now is possibly having to deal with track debris. This is a new thing on iRacing that they've been playing around with and adding on. A lot of these parts on the car can now fly off and be track debris. We had it happen in one of the first races that had a hood fly off. I think it was actually a bumper. Someone's rear bumper flew off, and it completely took out someone's tire and sent him to the wall. So these guys need to be careful. Looks like Alan Dobbs, right in the wall out there. What is going on? He is pulling into that thing hard. Ouch. Yeah, no, he's not doing good out there. I wonder what happened. Back to the front, Nick Nickerson in the lead. Carl Handwerk right behind him. Gregory Thompson in tow. And then Wes Fuller right behind him. Looks like the field's stretching out just a tad bit, but it looks like Paul Butler and a couple of the drivers are in a little bit of a battle for the run right now. It's going to be Paul Butler, Willie Evernham, and trying to catch the side of that. I think that's Dylan McDonald up there. Yep, Dylan McDonald getting passed by the number 19 of Willie Evernham. Good, clean pass around the corner. Takes him down the straight. Paul Butler also looking to the inside. Can he make a pass on him? He takes it down low. Ooh, looks like the number 9 of Eric Andrews had to step out there. Getting close to an accident. Up in front, Nick Nickerson still holding on strong. Carl Handwerk in tow. Looks like still Gregory Thompson and a couple lap traffic out there on the field. Looks like Matt Crockett also falling back behind. Getting passed by Gregory Thompson. Wes Fuller also looking to get around Matt Crockett. This field has really stretched out. Our front pack is, I would want to say, at least 6 to 8 seconds in front of our mid pack. That is insane. Just a bad restart for these guys. That last accident was pretty hectic and really ruined it for a lot of the guys out there. As we run down the field, Wes Fuller able to get around. I think that was Dylan McDonald out in the track. Oh no, it was Matt Crockett. That's who they were trying to get around. And we have a battle right now. Dylan McDonald trying to fend off a pass from Kevin Foster. Kevin cleanly gets around him and then goes for Willie Evernham too. Well, looks like Willie slid out to the outside of the wall. You know, I heard these guys were talking about this asphalt track driving a little bit like a dirt track where their back end slides out pretty hard on them in these Menards. And that's probably what's happening right now is these guys are driving it in and then having to recorrect their rear end as it slides out on them. Kevin Foster running up the field right now, looking for position. All right, back to the front of the pack. Looks like Carl Handwerk able to run down Nick Nickerson and get around him. Gregory Thompson still in tow from those two front place guys fighting it out. Looks like Nick's got quite a bit of work to do before he can reach up to Carl Handwerk. West Floor with Alan Dobbs and Kevin Foster in tow. Ladies and gentlemen, this track is pretty much front to back, stretched out. Carl Handwerk passing into turn 3 right now, and it looks like a caution's out in the track. Let's go ahead and find that on a critical hit bachelor's caution report. Oh, there it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we went ahead and found the accident for you. Just give me 1 second for me to queue it up. All right, here we go. CJ Winslow coming around into turn 1 and 2. Take that back. This is going to be turn 3 and out of turn 3 and 4 onto the front stretch. Comes out of the corner just a little too rough. Slaps into the wall. Oof. And it looks like he definitely screwed up one of his tires there. He's going to have to hit the pits and get them to either roll him out a new car or try and fix that linkage because that thing looks like it's barely hanging on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a critical hit bachelor's caution report. All right, and we are back live. Up in front, Brandon Mettler, Dave Lohr, Carl Handwerk, and Gregory Thompson in our top 4 right now. Looks like a couple of the drivers hitting the pits. Carl Handwerk and Gregory Thompson going to go and stand out. What an intense race so far. Ladies and gentlemen, these guys have 80 laps to turn, and we are already on lap 25. 2 cautions out, and no comp caution anymore, so it's going to be a straight run from here on out, and it's going to be a tough one for a lot of these drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, up in the booth, we have the number 68, Paul Butler. Paul, how you doing out on the track, man?
Pretty good. If I can get around slower traffic, I'd be all right.
I see you running some sweet Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles out there. I think they're doing you well.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good so far. I put it in the wall once or twice, trying to not run in the back of people. But,
I can understand that.
Other than that, we're running good.
Awesome. Well, I know these cars are stepping out a little bit. Do you think it's going to be pretty manageable towards the end of the race?
It's all about the throttle control. If you just get in a rhythm and you know, control your throttle going through there, don't get too antsy and get in it too fast, you can hold it. That's what a lot of guys are doing. They're stepping it out because they're getting back in the gas too hard too quickly.
Yeah, just sending the rear end before it's completely hooked up again.
That's right. We're about to go green.
All right, man. Good luck out there, and let those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles go, man.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Go get them. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 68, Paul Butler. And we are green, green, green with Carl Handwerk up in the front, Gregory Thompson and Kevin Foster right behind him. Eric Andrews looking for a place to go. Paul Butler neck and neck with Nick Nickerson right now. As we go around turn 1 and 2. This front pack is tied up pretty well right now. Looks like Kevin Foster able to get around Gregory Thompson. Eric Andrews finding his spot on the track with Nick Nickerson and Paul Butler right behind him. Nick going for a pass on the inside. Beautiful run off the corner. Oh, sends it in. Looks like he had to check up on the brakes there because he saw him swing up and then quickly swing back down. Hopefully he's able to keep that straight. Up in front, Carl Handwerk has Kevin Foster and Gregory Thompson running him down the double eights. And then behind them, Nick Nickerson, Eric Andrews, and Paul Butler. Oh, Kevin Foster overstepping the corner just a little bit. Luckily, he's able to get his car back under control. Nick Nickerson looking to the inside of Gregory Thompson. Oh, getting inches away from slapping into him. And gets around him. Talk about a hairy situation. Now up in the front, Kevin Foster and Carl Handwerk. Kevin has been reeling Carl Handwerk in turn by turn. He did make a mistake, step out on one of those straights, but I think we're going to see him going for a pass pretty soon. Kevin Foster, usually a pretty reserved driver until the very end of the race. He is definitely on the pedal right now. He saw an opportunity and he's going to take it. So let's see if he can punch it through and catch up to these guys. And there we go, the lead pack. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Paul Butler falling behind a bit, but he's definitely trying to reel him back in. Eric Andrews behind them. Looks like Alan Dobbs and Dylan McDonald. Oh, great. Kevin Foster getting to the wall just a tad bit on the exit of turn 3. Or sorry, on the exit of turn 2. Drops in for 3 and 4. Tries to keep the speed on the inside. He's definitely got a fast entrance, but the exit just doesn't seem to be there. Nick Nickerson able to get away from Gregory Thompson right now. Paul Butler still in tow with these guys. Eric Andrews still running in behind him. Everyone else seems to be having a pretty decent battle out there. Oh, looks like we have someone slapping the wall. Who was that? Oh, Scooby-Doo, the 05. Oh no, that's gonna be Tim Thompson on the exit of turn 4. Just slaps the wall. Ouch. Gotta be careful, my dude. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Lap 40 going to take over as Carl Handwerk makes it into 3 and 4. Oh, sorry, as he makes it across the finish. This is a really short track, and these corners look very familiar. Usually I can dictate, which one is which, but these corners all look alike right now. And they're whipping around this track at under 30 seconds a lap. Kevin Foster with Nick Nickerson right behind him. Can he play some defense? Nick looks to the inside. Can he take him around the corner? Nick Nickerson sends in for it and completes the pass. Shoots up a little wide to the outside. Kevin Foster just has nothing left on the tires to catch up to him. I think he might have drove off his tires trying to catch up to Carl Handwerk there. Oh, man, that's a bummer. Carl Handwerk with Nick Nickerson behind him, closing in on him just a tad bit. Let's see the time difference between both these guys right now. Yep, Nick Nickerson is reeling in Carl Handwerk right now. Inch by inch. Looks like we have a car out on the track. Possibly ran out of fuel or engine popped on him. Ooh, Carl Handwerk dodging that wall. Came in a little too hot out of that corner. Looks like Kevin Foster has another driver coming up behind him. That's going to be Gregory Thompson looking for a pass. I have a feeling for this track, tire wear is extremely important. You can see some of these drivers really falling off the pace, and I think that has to do with just overdriving the corner, trying to catch up to people, and not really, driving the preferred line out there. Kevin Foster still holding on strong. Gregory Thompson not able to reel him in too much. Nick Nickerson still trying to run down Carl Handwerk, but still no hope out there. Let's look at the rest of the field as these guys are driving past. Looks like we have a battle in the back. Let's go ahead and jump over to that as they swing by. Looks like CJ Winslow and Brandon Mettler fighting for position right now. Brandon Mettler trying to get around CJ. CJ just a little bit too loose out of the corner. Sends it into the inside of Dylan McDonald. Drops down to the apron, swings up high, slaps the wall. And I think he just broke his front right tire. What just happened there? CJ, I take that thing to the pits. I just saw your tire up in your hood. CJ still has speed with 3 tires. Uh-oh. There we go. Slaps the wall a little bit harder that time. And still solid. Looks like they need to work on that tire model. But looks like Brandon Mettler making a good run, getting around Dylan McDonald out there. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Nickerson closing the gap on Carl Handwerk. And the caution is out. Let's go ahead and jump over to that. Looks like that was involving CJ Winslow out in the track. All right, here we go. CJ Winslow entering into turn 3 on the exit of turn 4. Just carries the speed too much through that corner. Looks like Dan Heisey giving him a push. He had nowhere to go. And that is going to be it for CJ Winslow as he hit that corner pretty hard and definitely snapped a tire rod or two on those, those front tires because they're wobbling. Yeah, he's having a hard time keeping her straight. Hopefully he doesn't need a tow, but I definitely think he might. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a Critical Hit Bass Lures caution report. All right, and we are back live and under caution. Oh, give me 1 second. Sorry about that. There we go. Everyone hitting the pits. Carl Handwerk, Nick Nickerson, Kevin Foster, Gregory Thompson, all of them. Let's see what they grab. Looks like Carl takes his right side. Same thing with Kevin. Carl's going for a left. So is Kevin. Greg's going for a left set. Nick's down and dropped. Oh, Kevin Foster beating Nick Nickerson out of the pits. Look at that. All right, so top 5 is going to be Carl Handwerk, Kevin Foster, Nick Nickerson, Gregory Thompson, and Paul Butler right now out on the track. Ladies and gentlemen, we are under 30 laps to go. The time has flown by for this race. Once again, I'd like to thank our series sponsors, Urban Machine, TechNet Professionals, Southern Heart Creations, Mission Car Care, and Joka Graphics. Also, for our broadcast sponsors, Critical Hit Bass Lures and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. Definitely appreciate all the work and help that these guys put in, and I can't wait to work, I can't wait to work more with them. But definitely this race has been a close one for that front pack. Alan Dobbs having trouble keeping up. Usually he's been up in the front, but looks like the short track is definitely just not as fancy right now. But let's talk a little bit about these guys in front right now. Carl Handwerk, solid driving right now, hitting his points. He's had a couple mistakes out on the track, but he seems to be doing a good job recovering. Kevin Foster, he worked his way up there, and he's holding that pole right now. He's in second. He was in first for a little bit, dropped back to third. He's been around, he's been going up and down on the track, but definitely he's able to hold the position with these guys. We know Kevin was able to, at least I would say for the first 15 laps, running down Carl Handwerk. So it's doable. Kevin's got 15 laps on his tires easily, but he definitely was overdriving himself. Nick Nickerson, fast guy out there right now. He was making some moves, even on some pretty worn tires. Same thing with Gregory Thompson, holding his position. So, and then we got Paul Butler back here. Paul hasn't been racing with us in recent races. He's been kind of missing a couple, but definitely someone to always keep an eye on. He's definitely put in a lot of effort and a lot of practice time, and he's definitely one of those good racers to keep, just keep an eye on, see what he can do. He'll surprise you. You never know. Looks like Carl Handwerk starting on the inside. Kevin Foster's going to be on the outside. And following up is going to be Nick Nickerson, Gregory Thompson, Paul Butler, and looks like Willie Evernham sitting in 6th. Beautiful. Look at that field. Pace car's off, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Carl Handwerk with a nice clean start. Kevin Foster trying to keep up with him. Nick Nickerson and Gregory Thompson side by side. Into turn 1 and 2. Here we go. Paul Butler trying to fend off Willie Evernham, taking him on the outside. Kevin Foster setting in on Carl Handwerk. Goes for the inside dive. Can he beat him to the corner? Dives down under the apron. Oh, got to be careful. Nick Nickerson took that opportunity to run side by side with Kevin Foster. Kevin thinking he could get the fast line on Carl, but just couldn't keep it up. Looks like the outside is definitely the place to be right now. Nick Nickerson finding himself up behind Carl Handwerk right now. Looking to the inside for a pass. Not in the books, says Carl. He's closing the door on him just a little bit. Oh, and the caution is out, but I think I saw some debris on the track. Let's go over to that quick Critical Hit Bass Lures caution report. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Following along with Anthony Keysweater right now. Keysweater just comes into the corner, back in, kicks out on him. Tries to correct it, drives it up into, oh, Dan Heisey. Looks like a little bit of a net code there. Oh, man. Voltron, G.I. Joe, and Kool-Aid, SpongeBob have all taken a huge hit. I don't know if Voltron will recover from that. Looks like he's missing a leg. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a Critical Hit Bass Lures caution report. You might need to reassemble. All right, we are back live up in front. Carl Handwerk, Nick Nickerson, Gregory Thompson, Willie Evernham, Paul Butler, and Eric Andrews. Looks like Kevin Foster, I think he just hit the pits. Yeah, he possibly hit the pits and just dropped back on these guys. That's a bummer. What a run so far, though. All right, let's go ahead and bring one of the drivers into the booth. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Foster running in that number 8 SpongeBob in the booth with us tonight. Kevin, I saw you drop back there. What happened out there, man?
Well, we had a couple laps on those tires. I decided to pit. We got 20 to go, and hell, if you can't beat them, do something different.
I think that's your best strategy. I saw you able to drive him down those first 15 laps last time you were out there, and I think that's definitely what you're going to be able to do out tonight. So I think that's a good call, and hopefully those tires last you through that rush.
Hey, man, if I can just get, first couple laps here and get through these guys, I'll be all right.
You got it, man. Well, best of luck out to you there, and watch the debris, dude. I've been seeing it on the track.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Go
Thank
get
you for
him.
everyone watching.
All right, Kevin Foster, like you said, dropped into the pits. I think he made a good call there. He is behind a little bit on these guys, but with a fresh set of tires, I think he's going to have a good chance of running these guys down. So we'll have to see if that gamble paid off. I'm going to say it did. He does have quite a bit of space to make up, but if he can step out right now when that green flag drops, maybe grab 3 positions, that's going to set him up for a good run in the last 20 laps to run these guys down. All right, pace car is off. Green flag up in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, we are green tonight with under 20 laps to go. Carl Handwerk up in front, Nick Nickerson behind him. Gregory Thompson and Willie Evernham racing side by side. Carl making a good run. Nick trying to reel him back in. Nick looks a little snappy out there. He's trying to find his run. He's looking to the inside. Carl dropping down to that midline, not letting him get up. Playing a little bit of defense there. Shooting down the line, Gregory Thompson looking for a pass on Willie Evernham. Drops to the inside of him. Can he complete it? Willie and Greg side by side right now. Willie, great job staying away from the wall. That is one of those dangerous spots. You got to be careful. Greg still driving that inside line. Completes the pass, but can he keep it clean? Willie Evernham oversteers and turns into the apron. Oh, gets up on the binders. Willie, that was an amazing save. Hats off to you for that, man. That's tough. Side by side, up in the front, Nick Nickerson and Carl Handwerk. Not giving up an inch right now. Nick has tried, I think, 3 times already, trying to pass Carl. Gets side by side with him, but then just can't complete the pass. What is going on? Looks like he's looking for another way around him. He was kind of probing and prodding just a little bit, trying to find, an opening, which is what you got to do. And he's got to go back to the drawing board. A close battle for Nick Nickerson and Carl Handwerk right now. Nick could have been testing the waters just a little bit to see where he could pass and then backed off just to save his tires a little bit. But I don't think that's what he's doing. I think he had some good runs, just couldn't complete them, and he's going to try and reel them back in, set up those runs again, or do something a little bit different trying to get around them. Still there, just on his heels. He's looking for it. 12 laps to go. What is going to happen between these drivers? Is Nick going to finally decide to send it in one of those corners and try and take him on? Or is Nick just going to keep waiting until the last minute? Because he is riding like 3 feet behind him right now. And it looks like he's just waiting for that chance to run him down and pass him. But Carl taking the inside line. drops down to kind of block a pass, and then you know, comes back up. And you see him, Carl, driving down into that little, you know, mid-low line, taking away again from Nick, trying to make a pass. Nick's got to drive down into that apron almost just to get around Carl, and Carl might even send it down there just to block him. Anything goes right now as we get to 10 laps to go. Ladies and gentlemen, what a battle between both of these drivers right now. They are battling out and still leaps and bounds away from third place. That is insane. Gregory Thompson and Alan Dobbs need to work together right now and just try and get up to Nick Nickerson and Carl Handwerk in these last 10 laps if they want to try and snag first and second. I don't know if it's possible, though, but it's definitely worth a try. Gregory Thompson having to do a little bit of worrying himself as Alan Dobbs tries to run him down. You can see him in the mirror. Kevin Foster moving his way up the field, just got around Paul Butler, knocking these drivers off one by one. He is on a run right now. Let's jump over to him. If Kevin could say anything to Greg, it'd probably be, "Here's Johnny," because he just came out of nowhere. Oh, Greg getting a little nervous there, slaps into the wall, makes contact. Ooh, that thing's like super glue, just stuck him to the wall. Kevin, clean pass. Now has to run down Alan Dobbs and make his way up there. Third place within reach. Nick Nickerson, Carl Handwerk still going at it. Getting ready for 5 laps to go. Nick looking to the inside. Can he keep the speed through? Kevin Foster running down Alan Dobbs. That gap a little bit bigger last time we looked away, and look at that. Looks like 3-4 car lengths between them. And Kevin is definitely within the reach to draft up on him on those straights and then get him in those corners. Alan having to do his best to, you know, hit his marks. I know he's on, you know, older tires. He's got to hit his marks just to keep them from, you know, just small time losses. Every lap he's losing just a tad bit more time. And Kevin right now is on a fresher set of tires, and he's losing time at a smaller rate. And that is going to add up in the long run as we go 5 laps to go up in front. Carl Handwerk stepping out away from Nick Nickerson. And we're running into lap traffic. Everyone doing a good job staying to the inside and out of the way of the drivers. But I think the battle to be might be for third place if Kevin Foster can just find a little bit more speed out there and send it in after Alan Dobbs. We're going to have to check in with both these drivers as they come around the corner. Up in front, Nick Nickerson, Carl Handwerk. And then for third and fourth, Alan Dobbs and Kevin Foster. Ladies and gentlemen, we have two battles happening out right now, and we got to kind of keep track of both of them. 2 laps to go. Nick Nickerson, Carl Handwerk entering lap 1 and or turn 1 and 2. This is it. Final lap. Nick Nickerson, Carl Handwerk, Alan Dobbs, and Kevin Foster. What is going to happen? This is it. If Nick has to make a move, he's got to do it now. Carl driving up and down that field, throwing blocks left and right. Nick taking it to the apron. He's going to go for it. Ladies and gentlemen, into the finish line. Carl Handwerk takes first, second. It's going to be Nick Nickerson, Alan Dobbs, and Kevin Foster. Alan beats him across the punch into the line. There we go. Let's get that back on a slow-mo and a replay for you guys so you guys can see them crossing the line. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Cross that finish line. Carl Handwerk, Nick Nickerson, about car length and a half behind him. And then behind them, we have Alan Dobbs and Kevin Foster. This is in slow-mo, so it's going to take a second for him to catch up. Alan Dobbs and Kevin Foster still same length behind as Nick Nickerson and Carl Handwerk. That's a bummer, but what a close race for all 4 of those drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, that was an awesome race, and that was a critical advancer's caution report. But a replay for tonight. Let's get back to the live scene and see these guys celebrating out on the track. Congratulations to Carl Handwerk. $20 going to him to his donation of, $20 going to him for his donation to St. Jude Hospital. These guys are having a lot of fun out there. That was a crazy race. Let's get them up to the pits, or up to the booth. Ladies and gentlemen, our third place finisher, the number 22, Alan Dobbs. Alan, you had a really good run out tonight. You did drop back about midway through the race, and then you worked yourself back up to the front of the pack. What happened out there that dropped you back there?
Not enough practice. I kept running into the wall. I don't know where it came from, but
I find that wall tends to move a bit, so you have to be careful.
Yeah, these cars really were really loose in the front.
Yeah,
and loose in the rear, so it didn't have much grip going in, didn't have much grip coming out. And if you entered the corner just a little bit different than you're supposed to, it doesn't end well.
That's what I was looking at. You guys had to drive that a little more throttle control than normal for these cars, but it looked really good out there. You definitely found your groove. You drove it pretty hard out there. You had Kevin Foster running you down. Do you think were you sweating back there with him behind you?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, he kind of ran me down from a ways, and I'd already used my tires up trying to work up through the field. So I had to get into the mode of, just run the best line you can, and it's hard to pass.
It is.
If you run a solid line, it's hard to pass. So that's all I was hoping for.
That's what I was saying. I was like, he just got to hit his marks. If he hits his marks, that gap is not going to close as fast, and it's going to get harder to pass. But man. Yeah. What a good race tonight. You definitely put on a good show, working your way up the field. Do you have anyone you want to thank and shout out?
Just thanks to you guys for putting on the broadcast. Carl, Nick, Kevin, all the admins, for core, them like always.
You got it, man.
Good race to everybody. Congratulations to Carl, Nick for the first and second.
That was a hell of a race for all you guys out there. Definitely a tough one, but it was a good show. So good job out there, man. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
You got it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, our second place finisher, the number 85, Nick Nickerson. Nick, you had a rough run tonight, to say the least. You were running down Carl Handwerk for a while. You did have a lead for a little bit, and then Carl was able to get around you. Were you just having a hard time with the track like everyone else?
Yeah, in the beginning, it took a little while to understand how to run 3 and 4 correctly. I mean, I can do a qualifying lap right off the bat with fresh tires, but it took me a while to figure out how to run 3 and 4, while saving tires at the same time.
Right.
And I had it at the ends. And I was also kind of experiencing this odd little issue in turn 1 and 2 where there was some kind of bump that would basically cut my force feedback in a sense, lift my front tire. So I'd be sitting there holding my wheel, 90 degrees to the side, and I hit the bump, and then my wheel would just turn to almost like a 120 or whatever.
Oh Jesus! So you just left that?
Yeah.
That's
So
scary.
I was having to deal with that for a little bit, and then I hit the wall a couple times in that first run because of that.
Yeah.
Kind of damaged my car, and that's how Carl was able to get around. And then towards the end, man, I really thought we were gonna have another caution.
Yeah.
And we didn't. These guys kept it clean.
Yeah, I think so. It took a while to figure it out, but after that, you guys did a great job keeping it clean. Dude, you had to drive up the pack, I think after that second caution, and you were weaving in and out of people. How was that trying to drive up the pack and really, and find those passing spots? Because they seemed pretty tough.
I felt bad because I know I made a couple people kind of uncomfortable, but, I had to get up to the front as soon as possible for the next yellow. So I want to be right behind Carl.
Right.
So I made couple people uncomfortable, but it is what it is, and all in all, man, I thought this was actually a really good race. It was fun.
I think so too. It was a great race. 3 cautions, 80 laps, especially the way these cars were handling. That was beautiful.
Yeah, all the fun paint schemes.
Oh,
Can't beat it.
Well, man, other than making people a little uncomfortable on the track, who do you want to thank for this race?
Man, so everybody that puts this league on, man, and you and Death Wingless Media for putting on the broadcast, man. Do a good job.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Tonight was a little bit different. I apologize if I to everyone for kind of messing up the start your engines, but I played it twice for everyone. It was a little bit
we
rushed.
didn't hear it.
Yeah, you guys weren't going to hear it. It was only for the people out there. Josh, did Josh tell you guys to do it at all or no?
Nope.
Oh, he was
Yeah, we
supposed to
didn't hear
reiterate. Josh was supposed to say for all you guys to rev your engines, but oh well. We'll work it out. The timing behind that's a little tough, but other than that, great race, man. You did a good job, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, man. Take care.
You got it. Have a good night.
Later.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first place finisher for tonight, the number 18, Carl Handwerk. Carl, I noticed you're racing cars out there, Lightning McQueen. I'm pretty sure that's why you won. Fastest car out in the track. No one faster than Lightning out there. How did it feel to be racing with the champion?
Heck yeah, ka-chow, baby. Ka-chow, that's all I can say, man. It was definitely, it was tough holding off Chick Hickstar, also known as Chick Nick Nickerson. But yeah, no, the core machine was definitely running good tonight, and Guido gave me some wicked fast pit stops in there. So
Yeah, I saw
send
that.
a shout out to him. Ramon with the great paint team here, also known as Josh Billiter. Yeah. Shout out to my my main man Mater.
For those
Back
quick
into the
toes.
track. Yeah, exactly. Didn't need no toes tonight, so sorry, Mater.
He's happy
No,
being
it
in the
was-
stands rooting you on.
It was awesome. It was awesome out there. I mean, the track was slick enough that it made you drive it, but I mean, it was just different than what we've done lately. So you definitely needed to be a driver tonight, and it was tough. It was tough, and especially Nick hounded me down the last, well, the entire race.
Yeah,
pretty much the entire race. So I mean, if I wasn't hounding him down, he was hounding me down. So it was awesome. But I'm happy to see, both of us kind of running clean, because there's been a lot of times that we've kind of had our run-ins in the past, and I got a bad entry, or should I say a bad exit out of turn 2 on that last lap, and I told him, like, I'm sorry, but I had to park it on your nose in turn 3. That was the only way I was going to hold you back. And he tried to give me a little shove, a little bump and run, but I wasn't having it. I was bringing this one home for my son Colton, because he's a big Cars fan. So he's sleeping right now. So let's keep it that way.
No, dude, it was a great show between you guys. Definitely all around great driving by everyone out there, but I'm pretty sure you had a couple run-ins. You had Kevin Foster try and run you down. You had Alan Dobbs in the beginning. It looks like he caught the wall, and then Nick Nickerson towards the end trying to catch up to you. Definitely, that pit stop was a little hairy too. I think it was a second pit stop that you guys went in. I didn't know if you were going to beat Nick out of the pits. It was a pretty close one.
Well, listen, like I said, I got my man Guido in there, and Guido knows how to do his pit stops.
It's that one lug nut, right?
That's what it is. That's what it is.
It's the one lug.
Now the first pit stop I seen looked like Nick slid through his pit stall a little bit, so I knew I was going to beat him out.
Yeah.
The second one, I nailed my pin entry. Right down to the teeth. I knew I at least had a good shot of coming out, and I mean that first pit stall, is usually obviously preferred. You can just hammer it right out of there, but I nailed my entry on that one, so that gave me the chance to get out, and that's really needed. I mean, you can make passes on this track, but you'd had to have cojones to do it, and knowing that the guy that you're passing, either inside or outside, was going to give you enough room. And yeah, it was tough, especially when me and Nick were side by side going through 1 and 2.
Yep.
I hung it out there like this, and he gets by me, it's going to be extremely hard to get past him. So
yeah, that
was I think the race winning move for me. That, and like I said, parking it on his nose, that helped too.
Yeah, I saw that. Come down for a quick block.
Yep.
Other than that, man, it was a great race overall. That was a lot of great driving. You guys took off the gloves the last couple of laps and definitely put on a great show. Do you have anyone you want to shout out and thank?
I mean, the usual. I mean, these guys in here are awesome. It's great to see us, have a nice 20-car field. Great to see all the paint schemes out there. The paint schemes are awesome. So, if you get a chance, if you missed them throughout the race, make sure you rewind and take a look at the paint schemes. These guys put a lot of hard work into it. I know Josh and Joka Graphics put a lot of these paint schemes out there, and they all look great. Obviously, thank Josh. He does a lot for me and for the league itself. And as I mentioned in our Facebook, and I'm sure you mentioned on the broadcast, that we're going to be donating $20 to St. Jude's Children's Hospital research. And obviously, with me being the winner, that'll go in my name and Core's name. But Josh has also mentioned that he is going to match our donation, so it's actually going to be $40 donation. So 20 from Joka Graphics as well, which is awesome. I mean, I personally love giving back and giving to these charities and things like that, because like we mentioned before, there's a lot of people out there that are a lot worse off than us, and if we can help them out, we're going to try and do that.
Or just to be able to fund research that help save kids' lives. I know Chalk, which is one of the bigger children's hospitals in Southern California, had a huge part to play in my brother's son being alive and well today. So I definitely I can totally understand how giving back is definitely important, because it allows doctors to have the funding to do research and to have the tools at hand to really help save lives.
Yeah, and that's really what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna tell everybody that they got to go out and donate or anything like that. But I mean, obviously, any kind of help that you can throw in there, check it out on Facebook. I'm not sure if you mentioned the link or not. But
yeah, I put the Facebook link on the description. It's the first thing above everything else. So the first link is the Facebook St. Jude Hospital link for the donation page.
Yep. Yeah. So you can go right there. Donate anything if you want to put it on. Essentially through Core, you can go on to our Facebook page. The last post I had in there has the link to donate. So we can raise even more money from Core to them. But anything and everything. Obviously, it's appreciated. It's one way or another. That's awesome. But one person I did forget to shout out is my other main squeeze, Kelly. Want to send a shout out to my unofficial mom out there. So thank you once again, Kevin's mom. You can enjoy this as much as I did.
I think we need to get Kelly a T-shirt.
Of course, an 18 T-shirt, of course.
Yes, obvious. Maybe all three of your numbers, because she was rooting on Nick too. So we'll do 18, 85,
right.
85, and an 8 on there.
We'll make those a little smaller though.
Well, man,
no, it's awesome.
I had a great time tonight, and I know you did too. And I know everyone out on the track that didn't make it to the podium probably had a great race. I know it was a little tough, but once again, thank you for putting on this race. I appreciate being able to broadcast you guys. It's always a blast. Thank you to everyone watching tonight. If you're new and you haven't watched or you haven't watched before, please subscribe. Stay tuned with us. We run 4 races a week. And it's nonstop, and literally nonstop. You can ask my girlfriend; she's upset that it's nonstop.
Don't ask her. It's a sore subject.
It's a sore subject. But no, in all reality, I appreciate everyone that helps us out, and I appreciate you guys putting on the race, and everyone that tunes in. It's awesome to have you guys out there, and it's amazing to see the support that you guys have for your friends and family, and it's beautiful. So with that being said, I hope everyone has a great weekend, and let's kick off Monday right with the 87 series tomorrow.